It's Ray Gift TV.
Ray Gift TV.
Let's get right to it.
They were going to portions of DC. They didn't just stay
What
in
up?
DC though. They went
It was
to
in Alexandria.
Alexandria, Virginia, the surrounding parts in PG. The Benjamin Tasker child, they got shot. Benjamin Tasker's in the Bowie area. So it was like they were all over the place.
Hey, Dr. Grow, you remember they were bringing the tarps. They put the tarps down on the gas stations so that people could be behind a blue tarp while they were pumping gas.
Yeah, you get shot through a tarp. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Hey, Wack, you seen that shooting yesterday with the boy Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, they gonna have dude. They got footage of dude running on the roof, jumping off the roof. They got footage of dude actually
I
after
dropped it
shot
in the
jumping
chat.
off the roof. They got footage of a dude like maybe a half a block away prior to walking up the street with a stiff leg, as if he could have had his rifle going down his pants leg. It ain't gonna take much. There's too many cameras places. You can do something, but getting away with it is slim to none these days. Because when you leaving, the ATMs, people's ring cameras, the traffic cameras. I don't know if you've been noticing, but a lot of these LAPD like little light cameras sitting in parking lots is too much, my nigga. They gonna catch her. They gonna map it down and lock you down. They have you been a minute. They got the footage of the nigga. They got the footage of him getting off the roof. They gonna follow him to the roof.
Yeah, that's what I just dropped in the chat. The last link.
Yeah. So I think where we are right now with gun violence is an all-time high, and it's gonna keep climbing. You see, the little 13-year-old got caught with like 38 guns. He said he was finna go do a mass shooting in school.
Wait, what?
Yeah, 13-year-old yesterday up in Seattle. Beds. He flashed like 30 some guns. He was a white kid. He was ordering the parts and making them himself. Nigga had like 12 handguns, all the rest assault rifles. Had his backpack packed, the magazines. He had the different names of mass shootings, like the schools and shit. And he happened to flash a gun on social media, and that's what made him go over there, and they found all that shit.
So like they was ghost guns? Ghost guns? Or no?
Yeah. He made them all.
There was a school shooting while Charlie Kirk was on that podium. There was also a high school shooting, where 4 students were injured and the suspect was shot on scene, right? And like we are not talking about that at all. We also, not to mention, today is September the 11th. I've not seen a single person talk about
That's because Charlie's bigger than that.
The only person I've seen at a 9/11 anything is Donald Trump with his face slipping, right?
Well,
so like the idea,
Charlie's bigger than that today. Respectfully, who he is following. He's bigger than the 9/11 today.
I think that's a wild thing to say.
No, that's the truth.
No, he took over today, the whole headlines.
No, this is real. Like everywhere. Look, he swallowed up. Listen, he swallowed up 9/11. He swallowed it up, and it happened prior to 9/11. I just live in a real world, brother. It's the truth. You're looking at it.
Happened 24
it
years
didn't happen today. It did not. If Charlie would have got shot today, then we would say, well, gave it a run. This happened prior to today, and it's completely swallowed it up. So who he is, his following, what happened, the people he's tied to, it's bigger than a 24-year anniversary. That's what the people saying, not me. That's what he said.
I mean, it's the evidence. We see the evidence. We see it clear as day.
He literally took over all the headlines the last 2 days, bro. They just had a game at the Green Bay Packers Stadium, bro. They did a whole prayer for the nigga.
They ain't said nothing about 9/11.
if you sat down with someone like Charlie, he would literally give you a decent debate.
No, I
So
seen
this
what
is
he
what I'm saying.
did.
Yeah.
He played off shock value, right? He was a Kevin Samuels of another lane, and some of the shit'll be true. And it's the hard truth. I didn't heard he says some real shit. You just gotta accept it, but you don't want to because it's targeted at us. And then some shit he has sprinkled down with his own theory, but then surrounded with a little truth. And if you didn't know the facts, he'll beat you with it. You know, like he talked to a black individual about Chicago. The nigga couldn't stand a chance. You know, he like black on black crime is at this rate in Chicago. And dude was like, no, it's people killing people. He like, no, it's black people. But
Yeah.
he's hitting you with the stats, and it's like, you know. So I get it, you know. But they gonna catch him, whoever it is. I think it was an orchestrated hit by above. I think they finna target the transgender community. That been the narrative going on. They doing the mass shootings, uh, kick them out the military, take away their gun rights. They're already saying that the bullet had some transgender type script on it already. It's already their narrative. Whether it's them or not, whoever the fuck they end up putting it on, it's gonna be them. The actually person that does it is gonna end up in Guantanamo Bay somewhere, and the motherfucker they want to feed to the media, I guarantee you, is gonna end up being a transgender.
You know, one thing I've learned about America is this, yeah. They will convince you guys that they've actually caught the person, and then they will just release the person anyway. So if it was actually orchestrated, then if
Them
they
niggas from
wanted
the
it to
UK, you don't know what the
happen,
fuck going on over here.
nah, I'm just saying. Like, listen to me loud and clear. Trust me. If they wanted that person gone, it would just be a case of catching up, so the public can just relax, and then they'll leave him,
Let's get right
let him
to
go.
it.
So
But like,
yeah.
what's
Okay.
the LGBT inscription? Like, what the fuck is that?
No, they said that early this morning because I said it yesterday. I said, yo, I believe Charlie knew something or something was going on, so they had to get his ass out of here. So they're gonna, and remember, he used to speak against the transgender shit. He spoke against that heavily. So I'm like, all right, this is the perfect time to get him out the way, pin it on them, and continue to run their narrative. So by them saying it was some LGB script on the bullet, right, was crazy to me. But it's like, here it come. Like, here this shit come. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been running a real campaign on transgenders. They've been saying these motherfuckers responsible for mass shootings. They don't need gun rights. All this crazy shit, right? So now they're saying the bullet, I guess, that entered him, they didn't retrieved it, and it was engraved with some transgender script. They ain't said what it is. So we're gonna sit back and watch the show.
Wack, it wasn't a bullet. It was the magazine. They said it was the magazine that had
What
some shit on it.
all the one they found? Okay, well,
Yeah.
there you go. So they already setting, you know, they already setting up their play. It's already.
They're already declaring war on the Democrats and black people in general. They're already saying that they're tired. Enough is enough. They said, you know, a lot about a woman that got stabbed in it was in Minnesota, like the nigga that stabbed the white girl, you know, the Ukrainian girl. You know, they're already saying that, you know, that enough is enough. You know,
I mean, I'm gonna
we
be
need to
real
wage war.
though. It's been a war on blacks. That shit ain't nothing new.
Hey, but that situation with the Ukrainian girl on the train, though, and my bad, I'm just getting back. I don't want to repeat nothing, but I find it funny, right? When that situation that popped off with the Ukrainian shorty on the train, when we first saw it, we saw no images of what happened. The second day it came out, we saw him raise the knife and they stopped the footage. The third day it came out, we saw him stab her and then we saw the shit blurred out. But the first day Charlie Kirk get shot up through the neck, an hour later, we seen all graphic images. Like
No,
it
it
was
wasn't no
on.
hour later. It was right then. Niggas was filming, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
it
there.
was
But
Bro,
it was
we
right
saw
there.
it
Yeah,
though. We
yeah.
saw it.
yeah, but you got the bus. You got some footage that's controlled by a company versus footage that's controlled. Is 20,000 people out there with their cameras on. They couldn't stop that, bro.
Hey, look, it was
Wasn't no
20,000
stopping
people
that.
with their cameras. How many camera angles y'all saw when that shit
Now
popped off? I saw four.
That Charlie
I'm just
Kirk
saying.
execution was
What I'm
different, man.
saying is, there's no stopping people who ran out of there, put it on their phone. Now, when a lady got cut, they could control that because it was on the train or bus, whatever they was on. They could control that, right? That camera footage came from there. But when you got people out there with their cameras on, bro, you can't stop that shit. Can't stop it. It's going up.
Yo,
Trust me, I know.
um, Ed, somebody mentioned down there like stop fear mongering. Like race war has been happening in the deep south. Okay, right. No one is causing no fear mongering.
Hey, I'll just say I find it funny that, you know what I'm saying, with this whole situation. I don't know why we get into a whole black and white conversation when this was a Charlie Kirk situation. He got shot by a white man, but for some reason now when we talk about this on platforms like Clubhouse or Instagram or whatever, it goes back to the black and white shit. Why
They
is that?
talking about that because that used to be a lot of his derogatory content was speaking on black
But
people.
it really wasn't though. Like he really didn't say nothing crazy, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's
He
the
said
flip.
shit that black people didn't want to hear. He definitely. I could play some shit right now where he said all kind of shit. Martin Luther King didn't deserve a holiday. He said when I get on planes and I see a black person, I don't know if they qualified or they there because of affirmative action. All kind of shit. He said all kind of
Yeah,
crazy shit.
he was talking about the pilot, and then even with the Martin Luther King. So here's my thing, right? A lot of things that he spoke about, even when it come to reparations, the black community is divided 50-50 on the same conversation. So if he's
Yeah,
saying I don't think the black community deserve reparations or it doesn't make sense, but we sit here on Clubhouse, and if anybody open a reparations room, we gonna have black people divided 50-50, half and
has
half.
nothing to do with how big that man's platforms is, bro.
Nothing at
Well,
It's
all.
yeah,
the
nothing
same,
to
but
do.
it's the
No, it's not the same.
conversation.
You crazy, nigga. Do you know how big that man's platforms is? It is not the same, bro.
So we
And
Nowhere
so
near it.
so we
stay. If I'm gonna be honest, you sound like you're trying to give an excuse for why you get like, you
no
know.
no no it ain't no excuse, and I ain't defending shit. What I'm saying is I find it funny that when somebody speaks on something, and when it comes to the black community, like whether this person is Indian, Asian, whatever the case is, and when we dig into that topic, the black community themselves is splitted and divided 50-50 on the same topic. That's what I'm saying. Like that, I think that shit crazy.
Okay, and the 50% that doesn't agree is who you're gonna hear. That's a lot of people.
Nah, facts. There's a lot of
Yeah,
people
you
either
have
way.
it. Simple math. It's simple math. The 50% that don't agree is who you're hearing. That's why you saying why is it? Because it's 50% of the people that don't agree with what he's
No,
saying.
but that's true. But then also, it's like the issues that are in other communities we're not able to talk about, right? Like, can I go to a Jewish community and tell them, and
Nah.
you know what I mean, about what they're doing? No, they will not. They would never allow me because I'm not Jewish, right? So I find it funny how when it comes to black people and like what we want to discuss, we don't want other white people to discuss the issues that we are having. Why is the problem with that?
Bro, we don't want nobody discussing this shit. You
Because they
got to
wouldn't
be even when it
understand.
comes to a black person discussing it, you got to be a black person of a certain caliber to even speak on the black community.
Mm,
So if white
mm.
can't speak on it, Italian can't speak on it, nobody can speak on it. And when it comes to black people, we pick and choose who's able to speak on it. Bro, the game fucked up. Like who can speak on what? Now AI about to take over and ain't nobody about to speak about shit because they gonna make this artificial intelligence make all the decisions for y'all niggas.
Nah, but like the good thing about AI, yeah, it will actually show the people that lack creativity eventually. If it, because it will expose the lazy individuals, literally, at some point. It will. People that don't really like to think by themselves, so they have to put everything on AI. You get? It will come out eventually, man.
Hey, cold world, man, cold
Hey yo,
world.
could y'all compare this to anybody else in American history? Like a young white prospect, 31 years old, obviously had a bright political future ahead of him. But when's the last time we see some shit
I
like
mean,
that?
it sounds like one to me, right? I mean, I would say JFK. I would say a lot of everything that we looked at when it comes to Charlie Kirk, this shit resembles JFK. Down to the shooting, down to the camera angles, down to who was around, down to the security and what. It's just like, bro,
You're going a little bit too far with that
I
statement.
explain to me,
It's,
crisis.
it's
That's
more
my nigga. Go ahead, bro.
it's more so RFK than JFK. The little
Ooh,
RFK ain't get
crisis.
taken
That's
out though.
What y'all think about Charlie Kirk, man? Drop them comments down below. Keep that bell on. And remember, I will deliver 24/7 around the clock. What? Oh, you didn't know? But until next time, it's your boy Ray giving them gone. God bless. Peace.